One of the biggest fires in recent Ocean County history back on March 14th that burned more than 160 acres of land between Lakewood and Brick is still being investigated for arson. But on that day, as dozens of firefighters and fire companies were on scene putting out the flames and making the area safe, one firefighter from the Eastover Fire Company here in Toms River suddenly collapsed. A hero on scene helped revive him, and firefighter Brian Sauer Sr. was brought to the hospital. 6 weeks later, Brian is back home. Brian Sauer Sr. was with the State Forest Fire Service at the time, lighting a backfire behind the Lowe's, and when he finished up what he was doing, he got into his brush truck with another firefighter and suddenly collapsed.
We didn't know at that time what had happened, but yeah, so they hooked him up to the AED and they got some oxygen on him and shocked him and they got him back. The man who was with him in the brush truck as he became unresponsive is the man who saved Brian's life.
As we were driving behind Lowe's, I seen that he went unresponsive. I drove across the parking lot to a Brick police officer, which I told him I needed a rig. He called for the rig. We put him on O2, got him out of the truck. We started working on him. A nurse from Brick Hospital just was there. She came out of her car, and Brick EMS showed up, and we had him loaded and off to the hospital.
It all happened so fast that he just acted, saved his friend, and had to get back to help put out a historic fire.
I know that we took good care of him. I know that he was able, he was in the rig coming to the hospital, and adrenaline's flowing, and, we just went back to, again, there was fire coming down on top of people, and we just kept going. I'll be honest with you, really didn't affect me until the next morning when I woke up and just processed what I just went through. We trained to do this, but it usually doesn't happen to somebody that's in a fire truck sitting next to you.
Brian went into the CCU where he remained unconscious for nearly 2 weeks. He has slowly begun to recover over the last month, and while he will need a triple bypass operation soon, he's in good spirits right now.
Once they got him extubated and woken up, he's been doing really good. He's been full steam ahead.
Brian says he doesn't remember anything from the day of the fire or the days that followed. His family and friends have helped him in filling the blanks.
The only thing I remember is coming home from Brian's house and Saturday night from a party for his little guy. And that's it. There's that day and 15 more. Nothing.
In the minutes, hours, and days after becoming unresponsive, Brian's long road to recovery was filled with highs and lows.
Apparently there was a lot of ups and downs. Like I said, my wife is rock solid. She was there, and like I said, there was ups and downs. And, I've climbed a mountain, and I'm on the way down the other side.
When word came along that Brian would be released from Ocean Medical Center in Brick, the hero who saved his life wanted to celebrate Brian's recovery as he was greeted by a group of family, friends, police, firefighters, doctors, nurses, and hospital staff who were all there to cheer him on.
We are clapping him out of here today because he made it, and firefighters that usually have an incident like this, if you look at the statistics, most people don't make it. The stars lined up, and to me this is a celebration that we got him out of here and he's alive.
In the days and weeks that have followed the fire and what happened to Brian, the family has received countless thoughts, prayers, and support from friends, the community, and beyond, all pulling for Brian to recover.
It's been amazing. The fire service has been unbelievable.
And even beyond the fire service, the first responder familyhood in general, people from Puerto Rico, Wisconsin, Wyoming, it doesn't end, and without them, I don't know how any of us would have actually gotten through it.
All the love and support that he has received means the world to Brian Sauer Sr.
The support and it was phenomenal. Be it forest fire, the fire company here, other fire companies in Toms River, the support was just phenomenal.
His road to recovery continues, but Brian, his family, friends, and the community are happy that he's doing better and that he's back home as a loving husband, father, and grandfather. For Town Square Media News, I'm Vin Ebnu.